On my way home, I was involved in an accident. So a bike was dropping off a lady. I saw the bike man giving the lady her change. So I entered the road. So probably he finished and just zoomed off into the road. So he zoomed up into the road and he saw me. So trying to hold the brake, he just hit me off into the main road. And the running bus trying to dodge me as well. The turning and all, he was crawling me on the floor. They had to jack the bus up and pulled me out of the bus. Like I was a mess. The trouser I wore, everything shredded, and it was like as though I was wearing a pants.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode here on Clean Up Nice. And yes, the only way to clean up nice is through Christ. I am so happy today. I have a special guest in the studio today. I am so glad that this person I'm about to introduce, oh my God, my head is swelling. Please, you guys, help me welcome Dochi in the building. Okay, I don't know why I said it like that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for even making out time. Thank you for answering me when I called, and thank you for doing this with me. I really do appreciate this.
It's fine.
Okay, so can you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hello everyone.
Hi.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, for any time of the day you're seeing this. Yeah, my name is UDOCHUKWU Emmanuel, but I'm popularly known as Dochi. I'm a child of God, yes. I am a sales rep. I do 9 to 5, I'm a sales rep. I'm a makeup artist, I'm a hairstylist. I'm an SFS artist. So I'm that. For those who ask what an SFS artist is, I do injury makeup for movies. I'm a stylist. Yeah, I make my clothes, so yeah. So
a lot. But you did not add some more. You did not add some. It sings.
Oh yeah.
Like the voice. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
it sings as well.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. If you guys have not seen some of his work, it does a lot of acting. Is it called costume makeup? Is that the other word for it?
So costume makeup is different from SFS makeup.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just called SFS.
What was the full name? Is it special effects?
Special effects.
Okay, special effects.
Yeah.
Okay, great. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, so I want to know, what was your childhood like? Because you just told us your name, you didn't tell us where you're from.
Oh.
You know.
I'm Igbo. I'm from Abia State.
Obviously, from your name.
Yeah, my childhood. Wow, I had. My childhood was rough. Growing up in Kano State, I'm the first boy of my family. My parents had 7 children. We lost 2. Yeah, so growing up was not so. It was not even rosy, not so rosy. It was hard, and I bore the grunt of it the most because before anything is done for me, it has to be done for my younger siblings. So they have to pay their school fees first. They have to get everything first before myself. It was quite difficult, you know. Growing up in a compound where you see every child have everything they need provided for them, but you lack. Yes. I like the good things of life, and I knew that from when I was small. So it pushed me to. I became very industrious as a child. As a child, I worked in a restaurant. As a child, I sold water. As a child, I sold granules. My mom sold food at the time, so I was with her. I cooked with her. I sold with her. So while she's selling food, I'm selling granule by the side. So I just did everything I could because I want the good things of life as well. I want the things that other children have. Yes, yeah. I wanted it. I'm waiting for it. Well, so moving on. Yeah. I worked, I saved money. I as a child I knew I know how to make hair. I didn't learn it because
Wow.
I didn't learn it. I'll sit with my sisters and I'll fondle with their hair and something comes out of it.
Wow.
Yes. So I would I would save up money. I would buy doll babies. At the time, then I don't know how doll babies are now, but at the time they just had strip of hair like this and like this.
Right.
Yes. So I'll get needle. I'll fix attachment hair into the needle
Yeah.
and
You fill it up.
Yes, and fill it up. Yeah.
Wow.
I'll fill it up and I will make things. That was how I got better with hair. In school, I will make my classmates' hair. My father hated it so much. He hated it so much. He will always say, "My first son cannot be. Your mates are out there kicking balls. Your younger brother is out there kicking balls. You're here with these things." He always be saying Igbo. Then he will pack all of those and he will burn it. So I had a rough relationship with my father because he was very hard on me, very, very. Growing up, now that I'm older, I understood his fears. I understood his fears so much. But then as a child, because you're a child.
You're a child.
Yes, you're a child. You don't understand so many things. It was a struggle. But my relationship with my father got better when I was involved in an accident as a child. I think I was in primary 5 at the time. I was coming back from church. I think at the time I had moved to start living with an uncle. Yeah, because things were not so great. I had moved and I was living with an uncle. He sold books at the time. So as a child, I learned the trade of selling books and stationaries. So I became good at it. As a child then, he left one of his shops for me to handle. But it was a lot. It was good until he got married. He got married and everything changed.
Your uncle?
Yes. He got married and everything changed. The wife was so hard, very, very hard, very difficult. And it was frustrating for me. I wanted to leave. So I remember that day I was coming back from church. Church was still going on and I felt overwhelmed and tired because I had a lot I still need to do at home. And the next day is Monday. I need to be in school. So I decided to leave church earlier. On my way home, I was involved in an accident. So a bike was dropping off a lady. I saw the bike man giving the lady her change. So I entered the road. So probably he finished and just zoomed off into the road. So he zoomed up into the road and he saw me. So trying to hold the brake, he just hit me off into the main road. And the running bus trying to dodge me as well. The turning and all, he was scrubbing me on the floor. They had to jack the bus up and pulled me out of the bus. Like I was a mess. The trouser I wore, everything shredded, and it was like as though I was wearing a pant. So, and it was just right in front of the church. So they had to run into the church and call people. My father came out. My mother came out. Like everybody who saw me thought I would never survive it. I would never survive it rather. So we went to different hospitals. I was rejected, and then finally I was accepted into one of the orthopedic hospitals. They started treatment. Along the line, my right leg it got infected because it was very bad. It got infected. Every morning, they have to pluck out maggots from my leg.
Oh,
yes,
Jesus.
It was that bad. It was smelling. It was bad, and the doctors said they have to cut the leg. That was when the relationship with my father changed because I saw the love of a father, and I saw faith in action. For every time they give a bad report, he will counter it. As a child, I didn't understand all these things.
Who will?
Yeah, I didn't understand. But I saw him fought with the doctors. I saw him fought with the nurses. And when he got to the point where they said they have to cut my leg off, he was like, no, that you will treat the leg and the leg will be good. And they are like, are you seeing this leg? This leg is like a rotten meat. It's smelling, it's producing maggots and all of that. We have to cut it off. He said no. he fought with them. At some point, they would do meetings with doctors, and everybody saying we have to take this off so that he will survive. And then I remember my mother, the altercation between him and my mother. My mother was just so he will leave, agree for them to cut the leg, and he said no, that he will have a child that is a sorry case. He fought it, so they continued treating. I saw my father sell off everything he had at the time. He was selling off his business so he could sort the hospital bills because it was a lot. At this time, I was already 6 months in the hospital. So I saw my father sell everything, and he wouldn't beg. I think that was one of the things I got from my father. He wouldn't beg. He would do everything he can. In the hospital, I would wake up from sleep and see my father praying over me, praying and sobbing and all of that. Yeah. It didn't get better, so the hospital had to ask us to leave because he would not agree for the leg to be cut off. Yeah. So we left, and then we resorted to traditional treatment. As God may have it, the wound started healing. The wound healed, but I could not walk. So I had to be confined to a wheelchair with therapy and all. I graduated from using a wheelchair to crutches. Yes. So childhood was rough. I can still remember paying my school fees.
By yourself?
By myself, yes. I had to pay my school because after then, things didn't get better at all. Things didn't get better. I had to watch my younger brother go off to live with some people, yes, because things was not so rosy at the time. So I had to work, and I guess that's
where you get the ginger, the spirit, because the way you work.
Yes. And it made me multitask. So
you
multitask. I multitask a lot. I do a lot at the same time and not get overwhelmed.
So when as we're speaking, I heard a lot of church. Like, how did that come about? Were your parents really, really planted in church like that?
Yes, my father and so I grew up as a child seeing my mother and my father serve in the choir, both of them in the choir.
Okay.
And you must be in church. We had is a Methodist or a Ebenezer Methodist church in Kano State at the time. You must be in church every Wednesday. You must attend service. You must not miss a service. And then Orthodox churches, they do all these Children's Day activities. There are a lot of activities in church that children do. They have services for children. If there's any service that children handle and you don't take active part in anything, when you get home, you answer for it. Yes.
Where were you when they were selecting children?
You will answer for it. You must do something. And as a child in my church at the time, I was the only child who sang with the adult choir. I still remember it was quite a fight. Some people wanted their children to also be in there, and they're like, no, he has to. Your child can't be here, but this person is there. Can you hear the things he was singing at the time? Yeah. So my parents made sure. Church was a thing. Yeah. I watched them. Up till now, they still serve in the choir. My father is old. My mother is elderly, but they still serve in the choir.
So how would you say that shaped your faith life? Because seeing them believe, does that make it easier for you now to believe?
Yes. So with faith, before I started believing and knowing what faith is, I became an adult. Mm-hmm. Because with faith you get the things you need.
Right.
Yes, you need faith to get the things you need. But as a child, everything I needed, I worked for it. If I needed something, I knew what to do. I knew what to sell. I knew what to do to get what I needed. I was not going to ask anybody for money. I didn't have uncles, aunties, anybody to give me money. No, I didn't even have a father.
You or your parents, and your parents too were.
No, all they did, if it's more than food and what we need in the house, you don't need it.
I'm sure that time, Seb, you were even trying to pick up more responsibilities to even try to support them.
Yes, I know. As I became a father, as a child. Yes, I became a father as a child. I'm still a father up to now. That responsibility still. Yes. So growing up, everything I needed, if I needed something and I don't have it, I knew there was nobody to ask for it. And I didn't know what faith was at the time. I was in an Orthodox church, so all it's religion. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, nobody's pushing you. No. Even if they are reading the scripture, nobody's explaining it for you to understand. You just know you are coming to church, sitting down for hours. You come to church by 9 a.m. We close up by 1, close by 2. You are tired.
What guys like?
Yes, a lot of activities in church. So I didn't understand what faith was. So if I needed something, all I needed to do was what am I going to sell? What am I going to do? And then you can say there are things you can do at the spot and you'll be paid for that service.
Really?
Yes, in Kano State, yeah. And after secondary school, then before I even relocated to Edo State and moved to Lagos, after secondary school, I was working in a salon. All I was doing there was making braids and children's hair. And I was also, while working in the salon, I was doing, there was a job I was doing as this USAID is a community service job.
Okay.
Yeah, that I do Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we get paid for it for every day you come, you get paid for it. So there were a lot of things I could do to make money. So I didn't understand. Yes, I'm very, very handy. So it was when I even came to Lagos and joined DCC that I started hearing faith. I'm like, wait till me this faith. If you need something, go work. Yeah. Think there's something. There's nobody's stranded. I always have that mindset that you are not stranded. You are not just thinking. If you think of something to do, no matter how small. And I also think people don't value the little things. You are always looking at but you don't know that
the next thing.
Yes, it starts from 1 + 1 makes 2, 2 + 2 makes 4. You can't start from 0 and want to make 100. So if you lack something, I feel you're not thinking, you're not utilizing the things around you. So I don't understand faith. It was as time goes on, the teaching on faith, I said, okay, this Christian life thing, if you must do it after, yes, the faith makes it easier. It was now as an adult I understood what he did. So I think when I now understood faith, that experience as a child as well. Yeah.
How did you even discover your passion for singing?
Yeah, so like I said, as a child, I started singing. Growing up in Kano, another thing that made me money as a child was I don't even sing as well as I used to sing as a child. As a child, people come to the house to take me for programs.
Wow.
Yes. People come to the house to take me for programs and they pay for it as a child. Yeah, because I was that good as a singer, so it's a gift that God gave me. And
because even the hair thing, you said you didn't even.
No, I didn't learn it.
You didn't learn it. Like these are rare things that people there are rare gifts that God deposits in all of us.
Yeah, I just think it was the situation surrounding my growth that made it so. For everything I do, makeup, hair, the clothes I make, I didn't go learn it from anywhere. I just determined that yes, YouTube is my teacher. You see, people don't understand the importance of YouTube. For everything I want to learn, I just go on YouTube. Every material I need, I go to market, buy it, and then I sit down, watch the videos.
People don't even understand the essence of technology in general.
No,
they don't get it.
No, for everything I do, the SFX, everything I do, I didn't go to anywhere to learn it, but from YouTube and determination. I just started. I enrolled for a master class in July, just so I will learn every other thing that YouTube will not teach me from fashion.
Yeah. Dochi, you're inspirational. Like I'm really, really inspired.
Yeah.
For the fact that there are people that they give a lot of excuses, not to downplay your hustle, but get up.
Get up.
Like get up.
See,
like move.
See, when people give excuses, I always say, you're just lazy in the mind. You're just lazy because the odds were all against me. I didn't have any all my life. The first time I ever received a gift from anybody, was 2022. I will never forget it. I was in church that day. Pastor M came. It was my birthday. Somebody brought a bag of shoes, 2 shoes, and handed it to me and said it's my birthday gift from Pastor M. Like, that was the first time in my life as a human being. 2022. That's 3 years ago. That I received my first gift, and it was I thought about that thing for a long time. People just say and give people gifts. I didn't understand it. So when people stay and give excuses, oh, my parents don't have money. Oh, I'm like, you're not thinking. There's a lot you can do. As a child, I started paying my school fees. When I got into the university, I was seeing myself through school, because after secondary school, my father told me that I have to go and learn a trade.
Skill, yeah?
Not a skill, a trade. Because then he cannot say, this one boy of a thing.
Oh, you have to serve someone.
Serve somebody for 8 years, 10 years, and then you are settled, you now become an oga, they settle you with a shop and some goods. I didn't want that life, because then in Kano State, I had my best friend then, Obinna. That was what he was doing. And it was horrible. It's a slave situation. He was treated badly by his oga, treated badly by his oga's wife.
Because you can't leave. If you leave, they'll add. If you misbehave, they can even add years to it.
It's a messed up life. You are not just doing an Anua boy. You are the house boy. You are sweeping. You are cooking. You are washing. You are doing all of it. And for some people, if you fall into the hand of a diabolic boss, they use you for that 8 years, and when it's time for them to settle you, they kill the person. And it's something I've seen over and over again.
Right. It's a thing.
Yeah. Sometimes when you're about to finish, they accuse you of something, and if they are to settle you with some amount of money, they'll say you stole. So they will remove the money. So if they mess up,
or they don't even give you anything at all, or you will the person end up even being indebted to.
Yes, and you will now serve more years. So when my father brought, I said I can't do that. You didn't take me to go do that as a child when I was in primary school. I finished secondary school at 17. I'm in my head, I'm an adult. I don't know what you're saying. Yes.
You've been in the street already.
Yes. I'm
hustling
like, yes. I'm like, when he was not talking, I said no. I said I want to go to school. He was like, who will pay your school fees? I said, who have been paying my school fees? Yeah, I know. I fought with my father a lot. I said, who have been paying my school fees? I'm not just paying my school fees. I've paid my school fees. I've paid school fees for my younger ones. So why do you feel the need for me? He said no, that you have. I said I cannot. Like joke. I wasn't there. Then my mother and my younger siblings had already relocated from Kano to Edo State, because at the time the Boko Haram thing was now becoming a thing. But I didn't move with them because I was writing WAEC at the time.
Right.
So I was in the house one time. He brought somebody. He said, "This will be your oga." I was just listening to them. I said, "Okay, no problem." I left without telling him. I left to Edo State. I went to go and join, because you are not going to
see your mind.
No.
Your mind is different.
Yeah.
Your mind is different. For the fact that you were able to you know what awaits you.
Yeah,
you did not settle.
No. I fought a lot. For everything I have now, I fought a lot for it, because I'm too creative to be confined.
That is tea. Honestly.
I'm too creative to be confined into a box. So somebody had told me one time that you do a lot, can you rest? I'm like,
this is not the time to rest.
No. Leave it for me. Let me do the lot. I still have more time to do the lot.
For the fact that you are aware that you're too creative. This is one thing I feel like a lot of us need to do. Look inward. Yeah. There is something deposited in you.
Mm-hmm. There's something.
No matter how little you think it is. This is from somebody that, okay, we just buy a little doll to start putting hair in the doll. Start making the hair. Go on YouTube. How did you even get subscription at that time? How were you even able to access YouTube?
So I had this small Sony Ericsson, one very small phone at the time that had access to YouTube.
And the knowledge, you were in you were in Kano. Yeah. How did you come about YouTube? How did you even know what YouTube was? Because see, this might sound really funny, but there are still people of today in some parts of Nigeria that think YouTube is diabolical, that think YouTube is a very disgust, like that thing internet in general
It's bad.
is bad.
Yeah, so for people like that, when you come to the light, you are living in the Lulu, believing in the Lulu, but when you come to the light, you make use of it.
Right.
Yes, everybody. So when people say some things, I don't judge them so much. Why?
Yeah.
Because you act and behave based off on the knowledge and
environment,
understanding you have at the time.
Yeah.
So I won't fault you so much. Maybe you don't have the luxury of getting knowledge. Maybe you don't have the maybe you are limited. But the moment you get knowledge, you would use it. So I don't fault people.
it.
Yes. However you are, it's based off on the knowledge you have. When you gain knowledge, you'll be better. Yeah.
Okay, so this episode is about obedience over feelings. So I want to ask, as a young man, what does that phrase mean to you personally?
Obedience over feelings. The truth of the matter, everybody has we as human beings, we are created to feel because we have emotions. So there's emotions of fear, anxiety, joy, happiness. You have to understand that your emotions are fickle, and if you make any core decision based off on your emotions, you might just be making that decision in error, because whatever feelings you are in at the time will fade, and when you come to reality, you might just be wondering, what silly mistake have I made?
Right.
That is why you have to be in tune to your spirit and in tune with God. That's when the obedience comes in.
Yeah.
The Bible says that God is the author and finisher of our faith. He is the beginning and the end. He's the first and the last. He knows our ending even before it starts. So if God is asking you to do something, it's because He has the blueprint. He has seen the ending from the beginning. Yes, whatever is asking, most of the time when God asks you to do something, it invalidates human mindset.
Yeah.
Yes. It invalidates circumstances surrounding. So you are like, this is a situation, and you're asking me, how does it make sense? When God asks you to do things most of the time, it doesn't make sense. But if you have the understanding that this is an all-knowing God that knows my ending before it starts, you just have to align. It might not. It's always not easy, but you just have to align. You are seeing with your physical eyes that decision you want to make based off of your feeling. Trust me, if you make the decision, yes, it might not end up being bad, but you won't get the best out of it.
Right.
If you don't do what God is asking you to do. So when you asked me that question, what just came to mind was that God is all knowing.
He's all knowing.
He's all knowing. My feelings are fickle. My feelings will change when things happen. If I'm in a particular feeling, it will change. But because God already sees the end from the beginning, if He's asking me to do something, then best believe that is the best option, because it will always end well. It will always end
Okay, so
well.
we talk about when God is asking you to do something. How, for someone that is just coming into realizing who they are in Christ, how do they get to know that, okay, this is God asking me to do this?
So for me, before now, I told you I struggled with faith, because whatever I needed, I just have to work for it. Yeah, but growing up and just being an adult, I know something for a fact. If I am to do something, if I'm to venture into something, once I don't have peace, it has happened over and over again. So I know this pattern. So once I'm to do something or go somewhere or make a decision, once I don't have peace in my mind, in my heart, I know that it's something will go wrong.
Something is off.
Something must go wrong. I didn't understand it at the time. But because I pay attention to things, I just knew that if I'm doing something and I don't feel settled in my mind, something is going to go wrong. So now, understanding faith, I knew what it was.
Right.
Yes, I knew what it was. It's just the Spirit of God leading you.
Yeah.
Sometimes when some things happen, you will say something asked me to. Something is not something.
It's not something. It's the Holy Spirit.
Oh God, yeah. He's indwell in you, whether or not. The truth of the matter, God loves all his children, whether you are
All.
in faith or not. He loves you, and he wouldn't want you to get into any problem. Why? Because he has a plan for you.
Right.
You might not have realized it. You might say you are the worst sinner in the world. God has a plan for you. So he won't lead you into anything that will take your life. Why? Because he has something ahead for you. So whatever it is, that thing is not anything. It's just the Spirit of God that is in. He loves you even before you knew him. So if you are out there, like the question you asked, if you are just coming to know God, or you don't know God, if you are listening and you don't know God, best believe that just pray. Just pray and believe in your heart. He is there to guide you. You feel the peace. For me, it's always whenever I have peace about a thing, I know it's good.
You know, like that's the go ahead to do
I'll
it.
go ahead. Yes.